Hello dear students, welcome all of you to my class. Today we will continue with the first chapter of geography, that is Endowments of Nature. In previous class we have discussed about the definition of resource and its different classification. In today's video we will discuss the usefulness of resources, factors which help in the development of resources, conservation of resources and sustainable development, and last but not the least, important terms. In simple words, the meaning of usefulness of resources is the importance of resources. So, resources are important for us as we utilize them to satisfy our wants or demand. Natural resources like water, air are indispensable for human life. We can't think our life without air and water. Resources are important for the development of any country. For example, to generate energy, one need fossil fuels. Okay, and for industrial development, we require mineral resources. Human beings are also important resources because their ideas, knowledge, and skills lead to the certain of new resources, or we can say human beings create numerous resources. There are some factors which help in the development of resources. So first one, human resources or skilled manpower. So for extracting the raw material and convert it into a finished product, we need a skilled manpower. ओके सो स्किल मैन पावर अगर नहीं हो तो कोई भी रिसोर्स का डेवलपमेंट नहीं होगा, कोई एडवांसमेंट नहीं होगा. Okay, next one, technology. So we need modern technology for processing the raw material to a finished product. Next one, international competition. तो अगर वर्ल्ड वाइज इसका कंपटीशन नहीं है कोई रिसोर्स का तो उसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. जस्ट लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल जूट इंडस्ट्री डे बाय डे डिग्रेड हो रहा है, डिक्लाइन हो रहा है. वाई? बिकॉज इसका पैरेलल बहुत सारे मटेरियल जस्ट लाइक सिंथेटिक फाइबर्स, नाइलन, ओके, पॉलिएस्टर अभी वर्ल्ड वाइज बहुत ही फेमस हो गया है. तो जूट इंडस्ट्री जो है ये डे बाय डे डिग्रेड हो रहा है. ओके, तो हम लोगों को रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट के लिए और एक जो कंपोनेंट है वो चाहिए, वो है इंटरनेशनल कंपटीशन. नेक्स्ट वन, बेटर वर्किंग कंडीशंस फॉर द वर्कर्स. अगर आपको इंडस्ट्री में अच्छे वेजेस नहीं मिले, अच्छे सैलरी नहीं मिले, अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं हो तो कोई भी वर्कर कोई भी इंडस्ट्री पे नहीं काम करेगा, तो प्रोसेसिंग का जो काम है वो अच्छे से नहीं होगा. सो फॉर दिस वी नीड ए बेटर वर्किंग कंडीशंस और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फॉर वर्कर्स. नेक्स्ट वन, कंट्रीब्यूशन फ्रॉम नॉन गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. तो ये ओनली के सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट ही सारे इनिशिएटिव ले, ये पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो कंट्रीब्यूशन फॉर द नॉन गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है इसका भी कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत ही मेजर रोल प्ले करता है फॉर डेवलपमेंट ऑफ रिसोर्सेस. Our next topic is conservation of resources. So all resources should be used wisely. Not only do we need to assess resources, but we should also preserve them, protect them, and avoid wastage. So judicious and careful use of resource is called as resource conservation. Okay, so we need 3 R's for conserving resources, just like reduce, reuse, and recycle. The question is why natural resources are unevenly distributed. So there are some factors behind it. So first one, the different types of relief features. You know that India has a great variety of relief features. Just like in the northern side we are having the great Himalaya, southern side the obviously the plateau region, and west side we are having the third desert. So northern mountain has a great source of water resource. The plateau region has a great source of minerals, isn't it? So different types of relief features have different types of resources. So topography, same kind of relief features. So only you remember topography means elevation or altitude or height. So different heights also create different types of resources. Just like the we are having coniferous forest in the mountain area, isn't it? Or the coastal area we are having the mangrove vegetation. So different types of topography also create different types of resources. So climate plays also a great role in development of resources. Okay, next one, factors responsible for the overuse of resources. तो ओवर यूज़ करने के पीछे क्या क्या रीज़न है? सो ग्रोथ इन पॉपुलेशन, पॉपुलेशन ज़्यादा होगा तो एक्सप्लॉयटेशन भी रिसोर्स का ज़्यादा होगा. अर्बनाइजेशन, द प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रिएटिंग द अर्बन मीन्स द टाउन और सिटीज़. सो फ्रॉम विलेज टू आवर्स सिटीज़, ये भी एक रीज़न है ओवर एक्सप्लॉयटेशन का रिसोर्स का. इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन भी बहुत ही बड़ा फैक्टर है फॉर ओवर यूजिंग द रिसोर्सेस. Economic development over the last few decades lead to greater wealth, and hence there has been a rise in consumption levels. Increased population and the rising demand for material goods and comforts have already caused depletion and degradation of many valuable resources. So, to prevent misuse, overexploitation, and depletion, the conservation of resources necessary. So, for this, we need sustainable development. So, what is sustainable development? The development of resources without damaging the environment and compromising with the need of the present for future generation is called sustainable डेवलपमेंट. सो इन 1992 ब्राज़ील पे एक कन्फ्रेंस हुआ था, इसका नाम था अर्थ समिट और रियो कन्फ्रेंस. तो ये रियो समिट से ये सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का जो मेन थीम है वो आया था. Okay, so remember this. In class 10 you will read in details all about this resource conservation. Okay, so what are the principles of sustainable development? Improve one's quality of life, conserve the earth's diverse resources, reduce and depletion of natural resources, respect and care for all forms of life, adopt a proper attitude towards the environment, and help communities to care for their own environment. So all these are called as the principles of sustainable development. In your book, some important terms are there, just like the sustenance means to provide enough for survival. तो अगर हम लोगों को exist करना है, इसके लिए क्या ज़रूरत है, तो it is called sustainability. Okay, next one, appropriate means suitable, judiciously showing good judgment, careful and sensible. Ubiquitous means seems to be everywhere or in several places at the same time, means very formal, very common. Overexploitation means too much utilization of anything. Resources means all the objects in the environment which are useful to man and have value. Conservation means judicious and careful use of resources. Already we discussed this. And sustainable development means the development of resources without damaging the environment and compromising with the needs of present for future generation. Dear children, there are people who made the difference. This portion is your homework. Read that portion. Okay. Any day I will ask from this paragraph. Okay. So my dear children, that's the end for today's session. We will meet in our next class with new topics. Till then, bye. Take a very good care of yourself and happy learning.